Well, Barr-Ag is really an offshoot of the original company Transfeeder Inc., which was created and pioneered the exporting of long fiber forages to the Asian markets. And that company was started by Kent Ward and Blair Wright back in the early 80s or mid 80s, and then ran till 2004 when it was sold to a Japanese company who then moved it from this location. And in 2004 we started Barhag out of the kind of the remnants of what was left over out of this joint venture, and started really a farm-based program where we were growing our products for export, and we're building the business from the farm up. And so today we're exporting baled compressed forages, alfalfa and timothy. We ship to Japan, Korea, Taiwan, the Middle East. We ship to China. We ship to the UK. We ship to Ireland, and we operate out of two facilities, one at Olds and one east of Arrowwood, Alberta. The hay business is not a conventional business. It's not like something you find and start every day. So our challenges, technology-wise, is control of inventory. I don't think that's a new problem for anybody, but in our business we are counting individual bales that weigh a certain amount to create an inventory that we need to be able to track. And we need to be able to track it for phytosanitary concerns, for traceability around the world. And we needed to be able to track it for financial reasons, to pay our producers, to pay our own farm, and to be able to measure efficiency. Unlike more mature businesses who can go to buy a program off the shelf, we're having to create it. There is no canned program for a hay export to be able to buy available in Canada. As our business is probably 99% export oriented, we need to create an inventory system that has a number of components to it. We have selected a cloud-based accounting system, or a cloud-based inventory system, and the system that we're working on right now has the ability to be create a field inventory, be able to draw down the field inventory as we deliver the inventory to the plants and to the storages there, where it becomes a plant inventory. We trace it through an order will come in from a customer. The order will then specify a certain lot of hay that will then travel through the plant and then go through the export documents, where the whole system is linked. And the beauty of the system is that in each component, we have our sales office in Vancouver, but our plants are here on the prairies. So when we purchase a hay, we hit enter. The current field inventory is updated, or we send a container across the scale. It's on its way to the market. We hit enter. The finished goods inventory is automatically credited with the amount that's leaving. Therefore, putting in motion all the export documents that need to be done on time and correctly. So that's the biggest one. I think when we had discussed this process and what we were trying to achieve with some more tech savvy and younger people who will be using this inventory system years from now, I think it was important that to them, and really we based it around some of their suggestions, and that was that we were going to create a system that eventually would be paperless, that would give the people using it access. So be it a producer, be it CFIA, be it our export people, they'd be able to access this interface, this hay cloud program, and be able to check the things that are important to them, payment status, inventory status, shipment status. They'd be able to do that. We wanted to create it so that eventually it'll tie in payments, a non-paper payment system, and eventually be able to do it all from your smartphone or your iPhone and have it all linked together. So that's the strategy and that's the program, and we're well underway. I think our first component is the export document component, which we will be testing I think as early as next week. And so our first documents, it's interesting, our system for because we ship to so many different countries, we need, I think our report system, I think 22 different documents we need to be able to produce out of the same information depending on the country. One country needs it this way, another country that has a letter of credit will need it another way, and so we're able to build the document set by selecting off a menu and then just hitting send and be able to add these to a shipment as we need them. Currently the system right now is you build the document, you print the document, you scan the document, and then you add it to an email in order to send it. This system will be automatically menu driven, click and export to a document that'll send it without any physical work.
The ability to collaborate in agribusiness is essential. Barry realizes this, and it's a key success factor for his company. But what is cloud computing? Client-server computing has been the standard for a number of years now. But now everything is in the cloud. The cloud is this virtual place where data can be stored and accessed by authorized users. The general idea behind cloud computing is that many users can access corporate data at the same time. This allows for collaboration. Lots of users talking to each other and making decisions. This is very different than the old client-server architecture. How about security concerns? We'd like to thank Barry for walking us through this unique approach to cloud computing. Barr-Ag's approach is to move the sensitive data like accounting and finance offline of the system. The idea is to keep the sensitive data out of the cloud until they find a certain level of comfort. When you look at Barr-Ag's business, one of the key processes is the handling of trade letters of credit. This is a daunting task which requires a lot of organization and coordination of international banking. Barry hopes to automate these and other processes using cloud computing. Let's return to our conversation with Barry.
Well, this is a system we're hoping that allows us from not having to add a lot of staff. We're looking for great efficiencies, and really we're at a point where we need to either add staff or add efficiency, and so this is our system, or our answer to it. I think we'll have the facility managers will be able to access this program, the hay buyers, our farm manager, and our salespeople will all be on this, so probably 15 people will have access to it once it's up and running. Yeah, one of the criteria of exporting, especially, well, any country that Canada has a phytosanitary agreement, which means that the two governments has agreed that this are the conditions that they'll allow the product into their country. So we have to be able to, let's just say for the Japanese market, which is has one of the strongest phytosanitary requirements, we have to be able to trace the product from the field through it has to be tagged at the plant, and the identity has to be preserved all the way to the end user. So if there's an issue, say it lands in the port in Japan, there's an issue, we can trace that back through the vessel, through the container, onto the rail, onto the truck, back to the facility, through the facility into the aisle that it was kept at in the field it came from. So we did do quite a bit of looking into the security side of it, and our computer people were satisfied that we're completely covered. The first system will not have any information on there that is linkable to any financial accounts or accounting side. So we'll review that one more time, probably when we get closer to that.